A touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 21. Here we go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Back at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 11.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
You ain't doing nothing today. Slam. Check.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Check, 47. And we're due. And check 24.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. A quick pass out to Aguilar. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Go. 20. Come on, dude. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Now Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Aguilar has it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. If you put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard
Check
line.
back 33. Check back 33. Get that quarterback.
General West.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line.
On 2nd down now. It's Scott, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 120.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Just like that.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. What we got? Hey, switch gears. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Shoot. Check three. Watch twist.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 45 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On second down, it's Howard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Scott, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Here we go. Ready?
Second and 12 at the 32-yard line.
57.
47 is the
Go.
Get your swerve on. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. Watch the screen.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. 56, Mike, 56.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, Scott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
We own this. 82. Hey, my 7.
Throwing on second and 14. Wentz going for the deep ball. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, box truck.
Mike check 33. And let's get this.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39.
14. Hey, exit.
On first down, Wentz trying to lay one up deep. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Elliott good with a PAT. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Strip that ball. Tackle it.
Lefty, lefty.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Got an open man. It's Scott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
74. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing his Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. To throw is Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles 7.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They go again with Scott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
He's going to let this go. It got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll make it third down.
Here we go. 180.
57. Hey, let's get that.
6.
Mike's 57.
Smooth.
Time to go. Night. 57's the Mike.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Here we go.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
21. Hey, gun.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Get him.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter.
Here we go. 180.
Mike 54. I got you, son.
Lock.
You're all mine, baby. You want to get this? You're all mine. Back.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Breida. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They run again with Breida. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
On third down, a run from Breida. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. Time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. D. Ford in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Hey, Lou.
Wentz to throw. And this is caught by Jackson. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Wentz going to throw. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got this.
54 is Mike.
21. Here we go.
54. It's been a long day for you.
Bravo.
To throw is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 83 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And that will write a finish finish to this ball game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy.